following breaking news out of Virginia after a university shooting left 3 people dead, including a former Wisconsin Badger. Plus, a Wisconsin company is now being investigated for allegedly hiring dozens of workers under the age of 18 for dangerous work. This is News 3 Now at noon. Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for joining us. Let's head right to the Weather Center. Meteorologist Chris Reese has a look at an alert day in our forecast. Hello, Chris.
Talk of the town, more snow getting ready to come our way. The first accumulating snow of the season is getting ready to move into town as well. You are looking at Doppler track right now. If you have friends near Eau Claire, up towards Minneapolis, you've probably heard about it. They've had a lot of snow this morning, anywhere from 1 to 3 inches, but there's more to the system. It's not just what we're seeing to the north and west, but it is this area of low pressure that's developed farther to the south. This area of low pressure going to be taking a track towards Chicago and getting involved with that disturbance that we see to our north and west as well. So because of that, we're actually going to see a long duration light snow event, and so that will lead to our first accumulating snow of the season. Doppler track okay right now. There are some flurries trying to show up farther to the west. There's still some drier air to fight, but we are going to see more clouds on the increase. We are going to see that chance for flurries, but the alert day that is in store for Tuesday. 1 to 3 inches of snow accumulation, perhaps an additional inch on Wednesday. Coming up in just a bit, we're going to break down the start time of when this snow could begin, where, how it's going to move in, and we'll talk more about some of those impacts as well.
It's about that time, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
All right, Chris, we'll check back in a few minutes. Thank you. Breaking news this noon, we are learning one of the victims in the shooting at the University of Virginia was a former Badger. Former Badgers wide receiver Devin Chandler was one of 3 people who died in the shooting. Chandler played during Wisconsin's 2020-21 season. He transferred to Virginia after last season. Police say the suspect is a student and former football player who attacked a bus of students who were returning from an off-campus trip. After an hours-long manhunt, the shooter was finally taken into custody.
This is an unimaginably sad day for our community. The entire university community is grieving this morning. My heart is broken for the victims and their families and for all those who knew and loved them, and they are all in my prayers.
The 2 other victims were also Virginia football players. 2 others were injured in the shooting. 1 is in critical condition. Brent Moss, one of Wisconsin's star running backs of the 1990s, passed away over the weekend. Moss, a Racine native, paved the way for what would become a multi-decade stretch of game-changing running backs in Madison. He was part of that 93 team that captured a Big Ten title and first ever Rose Bowl win. That season, Moss recorded over 1,600 rushing yards and 16 touchdowns. That same year, Moss was also named Rose Bowl MVP, Big Ten MVP, and won the Chicago Tribune's Silver Football. Moss played 1 season in the NFL for the then St. Louis Rams. In 1995, Brent Moss was just 50 years old. The U.S. Labor Department is investigating a Wisconsin company for allegedly hiring 31 children for dangerous jobs. Investigators say the company, Packers Sanitation Services, tasked kids with cleaning dangerous power equipment during overnight shifts. According to the Journal Sentinel, the Grant County company used the workers in Grand Island, Nebraska, and the towns of Worthington and Marshall, Minnesota. All the kids were between the ages of 13 and 17. Newly elected members of Congress arrived on Capitol Hill this morning to begin their orientation. Representatives have a busy few days ahead of them while waiting for results in races that will determine which party controls the House. Democrats maintain narrow control of the Senate this weekend after Nevada's Catherine Cortez Masto was reelected to her seat, but results for one final Senate race in Georgia are still undetermined as candidates head to a runoff on December 6th. Some Republican senators are calling for leadership elections to be postponed until after the runoff, a stance that's not universally supported by GOP Senate members.
I don't see why we would delay the election since all 5 or 6 of our leadership elections are uncontested.
The first vote for the new House Republicans is set for tomorrow to determine who will be the party's leader. Current House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy is favored but is facing opposition. The Cozy Inn in Rock County is celebrating 100 years this month. The Cozy Inn, located along Milwaukee Street in downtown Janesville, is Wisconsin's oldest Chinese restaurant. It's also the second oldest Chinese restaurant in the United States. The restaurant first opened its doors on November 1st, 1922, at the same location that it is today.
Ever since we've been here, we've been getting great support. I mean, we've known the people in this community for a long, long time, and they're just like family to us. So we recognize them. They're special to us.
You can visit the Cozy Inn by venturing up the 20 stairs to the second floor at 214 West Milwaukee Street in Janesville. For an inside tour, look for Josh Spreiter's In the 608 story on channel3000.com. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Disney signals job cuts are likely on the way as their latest Marvel movie has a record-breaking opening weekend. That's coming up in the Money Watch Report.
Are you tired of your outdated kitchen? Updating it is more affordable than ever during our Black Friday sale this month at Mad City Kitchens, Wisconsin's #1 remodeler and trusted local source for kitchen cabinet refacing. Enjoy a brand new look, plus soft closing doors and drawers, new countertops, and a new sink. We install in as little as 2 days, backed with a double lifetime labor warranty. And now it's Black Friday all month at Mad City. Save $1,000 with interest-free financing for 2 years and get a $250 Mad City gift card with purchase. But call during this program and double your savings. Save $2,000 on a cabinet refacing project with 4 years interest-free financing and double it to a $500 Mad City gift card with purchase. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
When Mark was hit by a distracted driver, he knew to call Hupy and Abraham.
Hupy and Abraham proved to me that they meant business, that they were definitely on my side.
Call a law firm that goes beyond to get you every dollar you deserve.
Call Hupy and Abraham. They mean business.
Call 800-800-5678. Hupy and Abraham. Right now.
There's no fee unless they win your case.
Nothing beats a great night's sleep on a new Tempur-Pedic mattress from Steinhoffels. Tempur-Pedic is designed to make aches and pains a thing of the past by relieving pressure points and supporting the body as no other mattress can. Queen Tempur-Pedic start at just $24.49. Plus, get $300 in Steinhoffels cash. You can rest easy when you take advantage of Steinhoffels special financing. Isn't it time you got a great night's sleep? Relax. It's Steinhoffels.
Habitat families build their own homes alongside volunteers, pay an affordable mortgage, and are grateful for your help. With safe and permanent housing, Dane County families can invest more in their health, education, community, and beyond. Please donate or volunteer today.
Remember this? Forecasts are predicting an unreasonably cold and snowy winter. Now's the time to winterproof your home with USA Insulation. 35% more efficient than traditional insulation. Our foam in your walls keeps the cold air out and your warm air in. It's like putting a coat around your entire home. Call now before winter and get a $500 early bird discount.
USA Insulation.
The Biden administration has stopped taking applications for its student loan forgiveness program after a federal judge in Texas declared it unlawful. The Department of Education says it will hold the applications of the 26 million people who have already applied for relief of up to $20,000. The administration has appealed the ruling. The Walt Disney Company is the latest major U.S. employer to signal coming job cuts. The company's CEO sent an internal memo, according to Reuters, announcing a targeted hiring freeze, adding that there will likely be small staff reductions as it tries to make its streaming service, Disney Plus, profitable. Disney says while it gained more than 12 million subscribers in the fourth quarter, it also reported an operating loss of nearly $1.5 billion. And Wakanda Forever soared to the top of the box office. The Marvel sequel brought in roughly $180 million in its domestic opening weekend, smashing the previous $158 million record for November set by 2013's The Hunger Games: Catching Fire. The film also pulled in $330 million at the global box office. That's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, log on to CBSMoneyWatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Elise Preston.
Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrial's up 136 points. The NASDAQ, though, down 24. The S&P 500 up about 1 1/3. Our call for action volunteers are in the building taking your consumer complaints and taking action on your behalf. You're taking a live look at the Call for Action studio. Volunteers are here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so you can call for action right now at 608-270-2833 or submit a claim anytime at channel3000.com/call-for-action. Next at noon, Pam has today's egg prices, and Chris tells us more about an upcoming weather alert day. And then today on Live at 4, Susan Simon previews the immersive experience with one of the world's most famous artists and his works, the Van Gogh Experience, coming up at 4.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Does your kitchen need a facelift? Erase years of wear and tear with cabinet refacing from Mad City Kitchens, the affordable alternative to a complete kitchen remodel. Choose new cabinet colors with durable surfaces that are stain resistant and easy to clean. Add custom hardware and countertops, plus soft close doors and drawers. We install in as little as 2 days, and you'll stay under budget. Plus, it's Black Friday all month at Mad City. Save $1,000 with interest-free financing for 2 years and get a $250 Mad City gift card with purchase. But call during this program and we'll double your savings. Save $2,000 on a cabinet refacing project, double it to 4 years interest-free financing, and double your bonus. Receive a $500 Mad City gift card with purchase. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
Memories matter. This bend on Cox Hollow Lake was one of Dad's favorite fishing holes. Crest Funeral and Cremation Service helped us make sure he's never forgotten. Making it personal. It's how you heal. We are Crest. We truly believe your memories matter.
Rest comfortably with brands you can trust at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Create a unique and stylish room with made-in-the-USA products from companies like Smith Brothers of Bern. Select from a wide variety of sofas at a great price.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
On the Jennifer Hudson Show. I am so excited about the show today. We've got Lovecraft country star Jonathan Majors. Then I play a game called Two Truths and a Lie with my staff.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. A small community's big tribute to its veterans.
I think to me the wall says, as a Vietnam vet, welcome home.
Leah Linscheid shows you how students in her hometown of Highland helped bring a school project idea to life for their village. Tonight at 10. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Let's check in now with Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report. Hello, Pam.
Hello.
How about them Packers?
I just got my heart rhythm back about 10 minutes ago from all of that craziness.
You exhaled finally.
Oh, my goodness. They got to quit that. I cannot take that anymore, but at least it was a win. Hopefully we turn the corner on that nightmare for a while. We'll see. Today I'm focused in on actually an email from, I should say Facebook message from one of our viewers that pointed out they're having a hard time finding lettuce up in the Wapaka area, up in the central portion of the state. A lot of different stores she said she'd gone to could not find lettuce. Well, I followed up, and And now we're hearing it more from the vegetable producers on the West Coast. In particular, a guy named Brett Erickson talked to me. He's executive vice president of Little Bear Produce. He said, labor crisis is what you're really feeling when it comes to not only the prices that you're paying for fresh produce, but also the availability of produce. He said, it is definitely going to impact people. Right now, he says, they're having problems from the Rio Grande Valley in Texas all the way up to California, just trying to find available labor. Now is a critical time because they need people in the fields harvesting. They need people in the warehouse packing. They need people on the trucks processing and moving it, and they're just shorthanded all the way around. He said, really, this is a question that the United States as a whole has to talk about, because if you're not going to be growing it here, you have to really question whether there is nutrition security in the United States if we can't figure out a way to get around that. So thank you very much for the heads up. I myself have not had challenges with lettuce, but you will see open spots in the grocery store from time to time, and that includes the fresh produce area. Today in Chicago, barrel cheese dropped a penny, down to $2.05 1/4. 40-pound block cheese was up 3/4 cent, $2.20 3/4. While the double A butter, that gained 2.5 today to close at $2.93 a pound. But have you seen anything like that when you guys go grocery shopping? I have noticed the lettuce heads are smaller, but I haven't really noticed anything particular. But boy, she had scouted out 3-4 different stores in a pretty decent geography. No lettuce to be found.
Wow. You're off for the rest of the week. Congratulations in order, I understand.
Yes, I'm headed down to our Farm Broadcaster Convention in Kansas City, where on Thursday evening I will be inducted into the National Association of Farm Broadcasters Hall of Fame. So thank you.
That is a big deal. That's a big deal.
I'll send you
Congratulations.
pictures. Thank you.
Have a good week. An alert day in the forecast for tomorrow. Let's go to Chris for the complete forecast.
Yeah, we're really talking about the alert day, and we've been cold enough to keep that ground pretty chilly as well, even as temperatures are a little bit above freezing right now. We've had enough sun today. Before that cloud cover's worked its way in, the temperatures have been able to overachieve just a little bit. 39 in Janesville right now. Lone Rock, a common warm spot, making it to 40, 36 in Mineral Point. But you see where they have not made it above freezing, just to our north and west. Let's talk about the metro. Temperatures are generally hanging out into the mid-30s. 35 in Oregon, 34 in Verona, Belleville at 35. It's 38 in Middleton. And at the Dane County Regional Airport, that temperature is 36, but it still feels pretty chilly because we've got quite a breeze. So the wind chill is at 27 for you. This is what I want to show you. We have new winter weather advisories just to our north and west. That's not it, though. Let's zoom out. And we're talking from central Illinois, northern Missouri, Kansas, Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas. There are also winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings across parts of Oklahoma. This is all a part of what eventually becomes a big player into our next system. We have an alert day in the forecast for tomorrow. 1 to 3 inches of snow, perhaps an additional inch on top of that on Wednesday, and it's a light snow, so it's not going to come down super heavy. You'll get heavier pockets. But nonetheless, it's the first one of the season, and you know how that goes around here. So we made an alert day in the forecast for tomorrow. Here's Doppler track. You see what we've been watching to our north and west all day. Here's that system to the south, garnering some added moisture, getting some strength together as it starts to work its way towards the north. So be prepared for a couple days of light snow. And we can even see some flurries out there today, especially the farther north and west that you are. Let's talk about when this starts. A lot of it moves in from the south, 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. We're going to see some of those first bands of snow impacting areas in this darker blue. 8 o'clock to 11, that's when it really overspreads areas to our north and west, moving towards tomorrow. So watch this. We'll take you through the rest of this afternoon towards the overnight hours. Again, flurries can't be ruled out. Here comes the moisture, though, streaming in from the south overnight and then overspreading us. So you see some of those darker blues getting into the mix as well. I'm going to take a closer look on the Madison Metro specifically. We get through the overnight hours just fine, but right as we're starting to get into that morning commute tomorrow, here comes our snowflakes, and temperatures are going to hover right around or just above the freezing point. So salt will be effective, but it's still going to come down just hard enough at times to create some issues. And I expect those issues even into parts of your evening commute as well. So both commutes tomorrow will see impacts. Total snow accumulations will range anywhere from 1 to 2 inches. Some spots end up with 2 to 4 inches before all is said and done. The bottom line is this. No, it's not a major deal, but it's impactful, and it's going to impact both of your commutes tomorrow. Then it is, of course, the first one of the season. And as I said already, you know how that goes. Snowflakes, stick around with us until about Saturday. We're pretty cold Saturday night, going down to 9 degrees. But then the heat wave arrives with mid-30s by next Wednesday.
All right. Thank you, Chris.
There you have it. I told you how it is.
Yeah, we got it. Yep. We got it. All right, Howard's in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen now making a dessert to go with that turkey next week.
With Thanksgiving right around the corner, now's the time to start thinking about what desserts you're going to serve. And if your house is anything like mine, by the time dessert rolls around, everyone's stuffed. But that doesn't stop us from asking for a small piece of this and a sliver of that. Well, that was the inspiration for the bite-sized ooey gooey pecan squares that we're whipping up today. We begin by combining some flour, sugar, and butter until it forms a coarse crumb mixture. Then we press this into the bottom of a baking dish and pop it in the oven. While it's baking, we mix together some brown sugar and flour, along with a good amount of corn syrup, a few eggs, a bit of vanilla, and a little salt. Then we add lots of coarsely chopped pecans and pour it into our baked crust. Back into the oven it goes, just long enough to set up. Once it cools, we cut it into squares, and it's ready to serve along all of our other must-have holiday favorites. The nice thing about these is you get all the yumminess of a pecan pie, yet it's easier to make and serve. The recipe for these ooey gooey pecan squares is online now. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a perfectly portioned way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Lisa Briggs of the Bruce Company is here answering your plant and garden questions. The number to call, 608-270-9933. We'll get to your calls right after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Avoid the lengthy remodel. Stay under budget. Transform your kitchen in as little as 2 days. Call Mad City Kitchens, your trusted source for kitchen cabinet refacing. Choose colors like white satin, stone gray, and Kodiak. Add a Lazy Susan. Pull out shelves, soft closed doors, countertops, and a new sink. Your dream kitchen is just a phone call away. And remember, it's Black Friday all month long at Mad City. Save $1,000 on a cabinet refacing project with interest-free financing for 2 years and get a $250 Mad City gift card with purchase. But last chance to call during this program and double your savings. Save $2,000 on a cabinet refacing project, double it to 4 years interest-free financing, and double your bonus to a $500 Mad City gift card with purchase. From Madison throughout South Central Wisconsin, call 608-298-5383. That's 608-298-5383.
Do you suffer with pain, numbness, and tingling in the hands or feet, commonly diagnosed as peripheral neuropathy? Are you taking drugs such as Lyrica or gabapentin that have serious side effects and often do not relieve your symptoms? Your doctor has told you you may just have to live with the pain. Peripheral neuropathy is a result of damage to the nerves, often causing burning, weakness, pain, numbness, tingling, and the most debilitating balance problems. Our facility uses multiple therapeutic methods to help give you relief from neuropathy symptoms with no injections and no drugs. You may start seeing relief after only a few sessions. To determine if your neuropathy symptoms can be relieved, we will do a consultation to evaluate the extent of your condition. Call us today to schedule your neuropathy consultation to find out if you're a candidate for our therapy. Call today.
Hurry
into Menards for shelving solutions during the last 11% off in 2022. Whether you need extra storage or want to add an accent to your living space, Dakota Shelving has the solution for you. Choose from our great selection of sizes and finishes to suit your needs. Elevate your style with our assortment of sturdy and beautiful Designer's Image shelf brackets. Get 11% off all Designer's Image shelf brackets and Dakota Storage Solutions right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company is here taking your calls at 608-270-9933. Welcome
Hello.
you right to Christmas.
Right to Christmas. I
The
know.
heck with Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving doesn't have plants.
Okay.
It's got food.
There you
I'm
go.
not going to bring in Thanksgiving dinner, but yes. So we've got all the favorites in at the store, including
the poinsettia.
The poinsettia, which I want to say is not poisonous.
Okay.
Yes. So
I thought it was to cats.
No, they'd have to eat a whole bunch of it.
Oh, they get sick on anything.
Right, right. That is true. I have cats. They will get sick on anything.
All right, let's go to our calls. We'll start with Pat in Beaver Dam. Hello, Pat. What's your question?
Hi, I have a purple passion plant, and the leaves keep, drying out as it grows. What am I doing wrong?
Well, the first thing I would check when plants are drying out is your watering.
Yeah.
If your plant is older, it might be that it has rooted out through most of the potting mix that's in the pot, and so it's not holding any water. So if you can gently lift it out of the pot and see where the roots are, and if the roots are at the edges, then you just need to up pot it. Not the best time of year to do that, but if you're having a plant that's drying out because it can't hold any water, then you have to do what you have to do.
And just a little bit up.
Yes, like an inch around in diameter. So if it's in a 6, put it in an 8.
All right, let's go to Jim in Columbus. Hi, Jim. What's your question?
Yes, I've got a zebra grass problem. I grow it every summer. It grows crazy wild, beautiful, but it won't come back next year again.
Zebra grass, I believe, is a type of miscanthus, and they're usually pretty hardy, but most of the perennial grasses do not like wet spots. So if you think about the last place in your yard where the snow melts in the spring, if it's in that kind of spot, then it's just too wet and it's rotting out the crown. So you might have to find a place with better drainage to get it to overwinter.
There's no annual grasses. Oh, go ahead, Jim.
There are annual grasses, yes.
Would it help me to cover them up with a pail or a styrofoam to keep the moisture away from them, the
If
snow?
it's a drainage problem, no, because it'll just melt into the soil. So, we had a lot of rain last week, so you could check and see if your soil is still wet from the rain that we had late last week. And if it is, then maybe just find a different place to plant them.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you for
very
calling.
much.
Let's see, who do we have here? I made a contact lens problem.
Oh.
What's the name on there?
I'm not wearing my glasses.
What's the name? Tubby. Go ahead, Tubby.
It's Tubby.
Hi, question. I have some hyacinth bulbs that was just given to me and some blue lily bulbs.
Okay.
Can I keep them indoors and plant them, or should I still get them out?
You can force the hyacinth if you want to do that. You can put them in your refrigerator for about 10 weeks so they chill, and then you can pot them up. The lily bulbs you're going to want to get in the ground. They will probably dry out between now and spring. So you can put those in the ground now.
Right.
If you can still dig, you can get it in.
All right, we're out of time.
The chrysanthemums? Can I put them in?
I'm going to put you on hold here, Jim. We got to go, okay? If you're on the line, stay there, Lisa. We'll talk to you off the air. See you next week. Here's Chris, one final check of the forecast.
We will continue to see clouds increase today. That is going to be ahead of snow that arrives overnight tonight. And you'll notice it tomorrow. It really starts to pick up during your rush hour. If you wake up and you head to work and it's not snowing, it'll be snowing by lunchtime tomorrow. And that is an alert day as well.
All right. First one's always a chore. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. Have a great afternoon.